Hey, it's Angela here with VIP Kid. I'm wearing bright lipstick to cover a sort of dull topic, and that is taxes. So as an independent contractor for VIP Kid, we pay taxes a little bit differently than an employee would. So I'm gonna go over the basics of paying taxes as an independent contractor, go over the basic difference between an employee and an independent contractor, and share my personal tips I've learned as paying taxes as an independent contractor for several years. Before we jump in, if you are thinking about applying for VIP Kid or in the process and you would like my personal help, I would be happy to help you. I'm a Club Orange member. That means I'm one of the top 5 global referring teachers in the whole company, and I have a high success rate helping people. So all you need to do is log into your account, and under My Account in the top right, add referral code ANGEL0084, and then they'll put you in my tracking system so I can follow you step by step, and I'll see you through to teaching your first student. You can also send me an email if you have any questions at thevipkidcoach@gmail.com. And don't forget to subscribe. Quick disclaimer before we jump in, I'm not a tax professional. So take all the information you're gonna learn from me to a tax professional to find out how it applies to you, because everybody's tax situation is different. All right, when you are an employee, for example, a public school teacher, when you are first hired, you are given a W-4, because when you're an employee, your employer is going to withhold taxes from your paycheck every month or every paycheck. You can use this form to claim exemptions that will put a little more money in your paycheck every month as opposed to paying more in taxes. This is a way to lower your refund, but that means that you likely will get more money with each paycheck. As an independent contractor, you are going to fill out a W-9. VIP Kid will give you a W-9. This is simply your official information that the company needs in order to show the IRS that they have paid you. So this information must be accurate and match all of your other information. At the end of a year, an employee like a school teacher will get a W-2. This statement shows all of the taxes that employee has already paid each month through the withholding of their paycheck, right? And they use that to fill out their taxes, that they've already contributed this much to retirement, this much to Social Security, they've paid so much in federal and state taxes already, right? An independent contractor, like VIP Kid teachers, gets a 1099. This is your total income and no taxes have been withheld, right? VIP Kid must also file a 1099 for you to the IRS, and this is to make sure that the amount they and you report match. This means that yes, as an independent contractor, you are responsible for paying all of those taxes that were not withheld or matched by your employer throughout the year, because you don't have an employer through VIP Kid. You are your own employer. This also means that when you fill out that W-9, unless you have registered and set up an LLC or a corporation, you're just working as yourself, you check the box for individual. Now, the number that's bounced around all the time about how much should I set aside for taxes is 30%. The amount you'll actually have to pay is going to depend on your total income and your deductions, which we'll talk about deductions in a minute, combined income from a spouse, other things you're able to deduct if you have children, if you have student loan interest, etc. This is where talking to a tax professional is really important, because they can help you maximize those deductions. A lot of VIP Kid teachers will file jointly with their spouse, or they're also classroom teachers. So it's very likely in those situations you won't owe any taxes when you file taxes in April or March, because if you're getting a refund from your other job, the IRS is looking at your overall tax liability. So any taxes you may have owed from VIP Kid will just be taken out of that refund. Which leads me in to estimated taxes. As independent contractors, a lot of people wonder, do I need to send quarterly estimated taxes throughout the year? According to the IRS website, which I've linked below regarding independent contractors, you do not have to pay estimated quarterly taxes if you had no tax liability, owed nothing in taxes the prior year, if you were a US citizen or resident for the full year before, and if your prior tax year covered a full 12-month period. Another question that pops up, especially among VIP Kid teachers, is what can I write off? Write-offs are deductions that can lower your total income, so you pay taxes on a smaller amount. As VIP Kid teachers, as recommended by a tax professional, you can write off work-related expenses such as a computer you purchased for this job, a webcam and headset, things like that. If you have a home office, you can write off a square footage of your home, internet and phone, if you use your phone for work. You can write off orange shirts, you can write off props and things for your background. Things you cannot write off, that I've been told by a tax professional, are things like makeup, food, and coffee. So you can choose between taking a standard deduction, which is a set amount that the IRS will use to lower, they'll subtract it from your total income and then tax you on that lower amount, as opposed to itemizing deductions, which is where you, who have kept track of all your expenses, add those up and deduct those from your total income to lower your taxable total income. So you'll only pay taxes on how much you earned after deducting all of your work-related expenses. So it's a balancing equation. Which one is going to lower your taxable income more? There may be some circumstances where you'll want to do one over the other, and you should talk to a tax professional about whether you should take the standard deduction or the itemized deduction. As for my personal experience paying taxes as an independent contractor, 2018 was the first year I owed out of 8 years of being an independent contractor. That's either because we didn't make enough total, because my husband hasn't worked for a few years as he's been in dental school, or because I have also been an employee somewhere and I've had a refund from overpaying taxes throughout the year in that job that they were able to take the taxes out of from my independent contracting work. In 2018, my income was higher than it had doubled what it had ever been. It exceeded $70,000, which was amazing, but it meant a big tax bill. And so this year, I have had to start making quarterly payments. One of my tips is to use QuickBooks. In the past, I have used TurboTax to file my own taxes. I have found it's super easy and walks you through step by step, helps you find deductions, and if you're good at kind of bookkeeping on your own, it should be pretty simple unless you have extraordinary circumstances. Ask a tax professional. And when you file TurboTax online as a self-employed, TurboTax is what it's called, they give you QuickBooks Self-Employed for free. So then I can just input my paycheck, how much I made each month, into QuickBooks, and QuickBooks has all these documents. I just click a button and it says, you need to send this much into the IRS. Here's their address. Here's the form. They make it so easy to send estimated quarterly taxes. So I highly recommend that you adopt some type of bookkeeping system to keep track of your income you make as an independent contractor and your expenses. Alright, I hope this video was helpful. I hope it helped you understand the difference between independent contractor and employee, what to expect as a VIP Kid teacher, and some helpful tips to help you stay on top of your taxes. Comment below if you have any input. Again, I'm not a tax professional, so take this to a tax professional and he can set you straight or answer any other questions you have. Please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any other videos. Again, add my referral code if you're in the process and would like my help. And as always, happy teaching!